Hello, beach friends! Now, I know it's fun to go shelling, but let's face it, it's especially fun after a big storm has rolled through. We're going to head on over to Sanibel and see what Hurricane Zeta pushed onto the beach. And since we're going to be talking a lot about shells, why don't we go ahead and try to guess how many shells I found on this particular walk? So here we are over at Bowman's Beach on Sanibel Island, and it's looking just the way I like it, completely empty. I'm all suited up with my sunscreen, my hat, my shell bag. So let's see what Zeta has done to the Gulf, and more importantly, what shells we're gonna find. Now, before we start finding anything, I'd like to offer you three numbers to guess how many shells I found. A, 181 shells. B, 119 shells. Or C, 78 shells. Now go ahead and guess how many shells you think I found, A, B, or C. And I'm just going to tell you, I wouldn't bother counting because sometimes I'll pick up something and it won't make it into the video. All right, we'll get started with a Florida fighting conch. It's kind of a juvenile, little spiky guy. And a scallop. And pick a piece out. So the sand is really kind of incorporated in with all these shells that are kind of pushed up. So super exciting to dig through these. There's another calico scallop. It's got some beach stuff on it. Yeah, we'll leave him. Lots of goodies. There's a kitten's paw. So there wasn't much of an opportunity to really go shelling in the water because it was just a little bit too rough and it didn't look like there was much there anyway. So we primarily at this point are sticking to the beach. It looks like I managed to find this pretty pink and white scallop. Sanibel is always really good for scallops. Ooh, I like the pattern on that guy. Kind of looks like birds and a sunset, like nature painted it. Very cool. And the black one. See what I mean? Like I'll pick it up. Oh, there's that one I just found all cleaned up. Isn't that pretty? I thought that was a lovely scallop. There's another one. That's kind of pretty. These guys are really cool. Looks like just a bay scallop, but more unusual markings. I like those guys. Here's our obligatory ocean and bird shot. Fun guys. Oh, another scallop. Oh, I like him because he's kind of brown instead of pink. Neat. All right, what else we got? Here's another scallop, although he's kind of missing those bottom ridges. I'm really drawn to these white ones today. Kind of check it out. Yeah, he's a pretty one. Yeah, that guy's got some cool color. So there's tons and tons and tons of shells for sure, but not all necessarily ones that aren't kind of chipped or pitted. Shark eye and the top of a shark eye. So it looks like a lot of these shells got pretty beat up. Here's another calico scallop. Yep, I knew I was going for that one. Gorgeous. Aw, too bad. What else we got? All right, little calico. Looks like a lightning whelk. Yeah, he's not too zigzaggy. It's more like got those vertical lines, but he's still cool. Guy's pretty, kind of purple and gray. And there's another one of those bay scallops with the orange. Isn't that pretty? And another white and pink one. Can't have too many of those. Ooh, that's pretty. You can really kind of see the color variations. Whoops. Yeah, pretty. Oh yeah, he's orange. Got all his little pieces. That's definitely a keeper. And another lightning whelk. Oh, he's much prettier. Darker color. Prettier than that first one I picked up anyway. Just a piece. Juvenile Florida fighting conch. That's another one of those orangey bay scallops. I like those guys. Apparently not enough to keep that one. What do we got here? Why, it's a rookie shell, but isn't that pretty? That is a banded tulip. Oh, it's so pretty. And just a piece. Yeah, those big guys aren't really probably going to be buried up on the beach like that. You never know, but there's a calico clam. I like those little stylish guys. What other goodies do we got? Ooh, he's pretty. He's a little chipped though. But I like the color. Kind of like that other band going on. Yeah, we'll keep him. Well, hi there, Florida fighting conch. Ooh, you got that cool little cross color going on. Yep, I'm gonna keep you. Aw, man, that would have been so pretty, or it is pretty, it's just chipped. And another one, but he's chipped too. And I'm not really surprised. The water is really pretty rough, so these guys probably had a tough time getting up on the beach in one piece. Wait a minute. Look at that pretty rough scallop. All right. Looks like I see a lightning whelk. Oh, he's a little chipped up. Not that chipped though. So this is what we're contending with. There really wasn't any opportunity to shell in the water at all. So at this point, we're just sticking to the beach. Oh, bummer, just a piece, but I was like kind of checking them out, imagining what that would have been if it was whole. I'm going with a lightning whelk. Just a chunk. There's a juvenile Florida fighting conch. He's a cute little guy. Oh, that's pretty. That's another scallop, nice orange and white. It's got some nice ribs. Oh, that guy's pretty too. He's a little beat up. So we'll leave him for somebody else. What do we got? Is it broken? Yeah, that top is chipped off. Oh well. Oh man. Well, just appreciate it and put it back. And broken. Dang it. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, I really recommend you subscribe. I'm going to be posting about something I'm cooking up for you guys, and if you want to be included, you're going to need to be in the know. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any beachy goodness. All right, looks like we found ourselves another juvenile Florida fighting conch. It's a swell little shell. And another lightning whelk. What else we got? And another lightning whelk. So far we're doing pretty good on those scallops and lightning whelks, especially the scallops. Aw, I like that white horizontal line on that Florida fighting conch. Lightning whelk. Those are weird. Like they look so normal on the one side and they just look really awkward to me on the other, from the other side. There's another scallop. Let's look at some of these. Aww. And some of these. An apple murex. At least it's something different. And he's got some holes, but I'm going to keep him anyway. And what's this buried under there? Oh, just a piece of a crown conch. Most of it. And check out this Florida fighting conch. Oh, he's pretty. Tons of shells were pushed up on the beach. But once you really kind of get in there, we've been looking. You were just really kind of finding scallops, the Florida fighting conchs, a couple lightning whelks. Here's another Florida fighting conch. Oh, and a little murex hiding. Oh, he's in fabulous shape. Oh, he's awesome. What else we got? Another one of those kind of darker scallops. And here's another scallop. Now, in this particular shot, there is a shell I totally missed. See if you guys see it. Leave me a comment. I totally missed it and didn't realize until I was editing, so let's see if you also found that shell that I missed. All right. And here we have, now this guy was so big. Look at that, it's an auger. That was a pretty big one. And this guy, I know it's broken, but it kind of looks like a rose to me. It's just kind of pretty. I don't know, another little conch. And a broken one. Aww. He's a nice bright color, but a little chipped. Ugh. Lots of pieces, so yeah. Hurricane was good for pushing the shells up, but it also beat him up pretty good. There's another one of those. Oh, poor guy. Yeah. Lightning whelk. Let's just take a peek at this guy. Well, he's unusual. He's real dark in that purple. And a lightning whelk. Well, half of a lightning whelk. It happens all the time. Now check this guy out. Look how fast he is. It's like a little crab. And I just could barely get, every time I'd kind of line him up, he was running somewhere else. Barely see him. What do we got here? Oh, a chestnut turban. Very cool. We'll just check this murex out. Yeah, he's a little worse for wear, but we got this guy. Oh, and here we have a button snail. I feel like I'm starting to find those almost regularly. Tiny little guys. They only get to be about a ½ inch. And this beautiful lace murex. Holy moly. Considering all those other ones got so beat up, I was really happy with this guy. Pretty color. He's got his laciness. Oh, that was a great find. And since we're talking about murex, here is an apple murex. He's a little beat up, but he's mostly intact. Now here's an apple murex that is actually intact. He's a little bit smaller, but he's got all his pieces and some color. He's a good little find. Now this is a gaudy nautica, a colorful moon snail. Beat up, but you can see that the colors are consistent almost always. Not so much with the shark eye, so that is a gaudy nautica, and some very sandy ceriths. We got 5 sandy ceriths and 5 sandy olives. Hard to tell from this shot if they were pointy and shiny, but we're keeping them. It's the kind of day we're having. And this lightning whelk, looks like he had to repair himself at some point, but it's still kind of interesting. Oh, and a paper fig. Incredible that he's still in one piece, considering, again, with all the rough waters. Here we have a little auger and a little olive. What else? Oh, another tulip. Yay! Oh, so, see, how could someone call that a rookie shell? Isn't it pretty? I think it's gorgeous. That's a keeper. All right, what else we got? Another lightning whelk. That, aw, he's got holes. He's missing a layer. We'll save him for somebody else. But let's look at this guy. Still a lightning whelk. He's a little rounded, not great color, but we'll keep him anyway. And I see an apple murex. Most of an apple murex. And another, why yes, he's not as holy. Just a little chipped here and there. Now that lightning whelk looks to be in good shape. Let's see. Yeah, he's definitely, that's a pretty good find. What else we got? Lots of pieces. Another white scallop. I see the top of a tulip. Is it a whole one? For the most part, I'm going with, yeah, it's got a little chip, but I'm still keeping it. That's a pretty guy. And here we look how knobby he is. Here's a Florida Fighting Conch. That is a twofer with another shell jammed in there. What else we got? Looks like we're back on scallops. We'll just stick with that guy. All right, looks like we found another lightning whelk. Aw, man, he's a little chipped up. We'll leave him. All right, we have another deposit of 2 lightning whelks, 2 ceriths, 2 olives, and a juvenile Florida Fighting Conch. And another Gaudy Nautica. Okay, here you can really kind of see the color. It's almost got like a tiger pattern on it. That is a swell shell. Not the prettiest one I've ever found, but he's still pretty cool. A little tulip. A little baby rookie shell. Pretty little guy. And a top snail. Cool. We've been almost finding those regularly, which is kind of cool. We're finding the different stuff. And a shark eye. Now you notice the coloring on him doesn't really have that tiger pattern, so that's the one way you can tell those Gaudy Nauticas. And junk. Not beach glass, just junk. And coquinas. Look at these fun little guys. They were really active, so I figured, hey, let's give them a shot in the video too. They're so cute. Well, that's what those little critters are like alive. And this little shell is from a coquina. They usually are hinged and usually look like a little butterfly. They're awesome. Ooh. Okay, Florida Fighting Conch. I haven't found too many of the big guys today. He's pretty and orange, relatively clean. I'm voting that's a keeper. And I love, this is a new thing I'm kind of hooked on. These discolored shells, like those bluish gray ones. I love those. What else? Another chestnut turban. Cool. Oh, he is real pretty. Oh, a twofer. Wonderful. All right, not anymore. That's a real pretty little chestnut. Cool. And a tulip. Awesome. Very, very cool. And a little kitten paw. This guy, he was kind of weird. Look at how like zigzag that the closure is. It was very pointy and it was unusual. Usually they're kind of just rounded. It's kind of a weird kitten paw, like this guy. It's kind of like rounded on that closure. I'm sitting here with my hands going closure. I know you can't see me, but they were a little different from each other. Hopefully that came through. Well, he's kind of a cool color. Got that like pink band. Yep, there was no shelling in there, so we were mostly sticking to the beach. And so the shells had pushed all the way into the grasses, And look what I found. An angel wing practically pushed up into the dunes. It's got a hole, but still kind of a neat find. And look how pretty. Right off the beach, you had these beach morning glory. Since I had trekked all the way to find some shells, I figured I'd show you. So the Gulf was quite active due to the storms that have gone through. And it definitely made it hard to look for stuff in the water. I managed to find this big old shell. He's cool. I think I saw a pinhole in him, but that's all right. What else we got? Another one. All right, he's definitely got a bunch of holes in him. I got this guy. Another lightning whelk. He's a little pitted. A little worse for wear. Oh, an operculum. It's the little trap door to a bunch of different shells. That's either a horse conch or a lightning whelk. Not sure which. Speaking of lightning whelks, so yeah, if that was a big old monster, it might have that operculum kind of closing the trap door, the aperture. Ooh, that's a rough scallop. He's still pretty though. He's a little chipped. He's got a hole, but oh, pretty color. And this cool worm snail. This guy is known as the Florida worm snail. I think that's appropriately named. What do we got here? Another big old white scallop, but he's kind of got some stuff on him. We'll just stick with that. Another operculum. Oh, look at that. Some people collect them. We do sometimes if they're in good shape, which I would consider that guy to be in good shape, so we'll keep him. So it looks like we managed to make it all the way up to Blind Pass, and that water is still churning. Ooh, it was making me nervous because there's houses right on the water there. Another angel wing. Sans hole. Cool. So I kind of walked a little bit further, not much going on up here. That water is still kind of angry. And see what I mean? See how close those houses are? Oh, it made me nervous. I feel like the Gulf is getting closer and closer, although another storm will pull through and push sand up, so you just never know. I had to go for that bright orange guy. So this was like treacherous. It used to be quite easy, like a path you can kind of go through, but after all these storms, it's just kind of a hot mess. And I will admit, as going through here, there's fire ants, which are like the worst creatures ever, and I got bit a bunch of times, so that kind of stunk. But when you got stuff like this to find, you just kind of got to push through. How awesome is that guy? That is a nice shark eye. And I got the whole thing this time. It wasn't teasing me with just a piece of it. So he's real pretty color, nice big size. Nobody snacked on him. All right, very cool find in my opinion. And another paper fig. That's unusual that it is all together. Those seem so very delicate, and to find it on a day like this is kind of fun. I want to a nutmeg. That is a nutmeg, not to be confused with chestnut. And a flat. Awesome. Even if I find a piece of these guys, I keep it because I really like them and I don't find them all the time. Another button snail. Cool. He's a little chipped, but that's all right. Ooh, and a lightning whelk that is not chipped or pitted. Pretty color. Cool. What do we got? Oh. He's alive with a barnacle. I wasn't sure what he was trying to tell me, so I figured I'd just check him out for a minute. We have come on the beach and found these guys like open like that, like all over the place, so I only found this one little guy. We'll just make sure he makes it back into the water. So now we're leaving the beach. Now people are arriving. That's why I like to get there early so I can find lots and lots of goodies. And here is the final haul. We did really good with some of those tulips. Tons of those scallops. Look at a couple olives I picked up, didn't even tell you about. But oh man, pretty scallops. Some of those worm snails, some serifs, some chestnut turbans, the angel wing that I found up in the brush, some murex, lightning whelks, bunch of Florida fighting conchs. So all in all, it was great. Oh, the tulips and the gaudy nautica and that lace murex and shark eye. Okay, so things definitely picked up. I think it started out rather slow, but I think we picked up. And I did find some gems. So all in all, I'm going with big old thumbs up. It was a great day for shelling. And if you chose B, 119 shells, you were correct. I did manage to find and save 119 shells. Thank you really doesn't seem like enough, but thank you so much for taking the time to come along with me on my post-hurricane beach walk. Next Sunday, I'll be sharing an absolutely epic beach walk I can't wait to share. So until then, I hope you are safe, and I'll see you again next week.